A-Rock coming in today?
No, usually we're at the real estate thing today.
Oh, that's right. Yay, it's
10
working.
seconds.
Say online? Yeah.
There you go. Good morning, everyone.
Come on, give me a brass commercial. Brass.
I know, weekly brass. Warm cookies delivered to your house. Oh.
Welcome to the Texas Real Estate Radio Network with Mr. Texas Real Estate Jason Bible and Mr. California investor Robert Orfino. Join us as Jason and Robert talk about the hottest real estate market in the country, in the entire state of Texas. Learn why Texas is such a quick market to invest in and why it could be strong for years to come. Get ready to talk all things Texas on your new home on the way to the office. Texas Real Estate Radio.
Welcome. It's Jason Bible, Robert Orfino, Texas Real Estate Radio Network. We are live for the Monday show. I think Fort Bend County, they have off today. So half of the city,
Nice.
half the adults that have children in the city will be off today because Fort Bend has a teacher thing. That's what's going on in my household, but Harris County doesn't. So it's going to be one of those weird days. We did this study. You guys will like this. We did this study on emergency response, preparedness, all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you figure that half of your workforce that has children will be out if the corresponding school district has called it a weather day or
Nice.
cancel it for some other reason. So traffic is looking especially light out there. I can see it from here. I'm like,
It's not bad. No.
There's nobody coming in from Fort Bend County. I can see it from here. So. In any case, guys, welcome to the show. It's Mindset Monday.
Oh, Mindset Monday.
We're going to talk about money today. Cash.
Yep.
Money. Credit.
We'll make this whole week about money.
Hey, I like that. I like the money side of this business. Mindset Monday. What do you got, Rob?
I can do my mantra.
Do it.
I got to do it 5 times in a row.
Oh, no, we're not doing it 5 times in a row.
You can say it once then.
No, I don't even know the mantra. I feel like
I'll do it.
I'm going to get on a tangent here.
During break, I'll do it.
Okay, I got to get on a tangent here. I feel like there's so much of this stuff that I don't know that I'm supposed to be doing. Like there's just all these books I was supposed to have read to be a real estate investor, and I'm supposed to do these incantations. I'm supposed to know like Tony Robbins stuff.
Yep.
The only Tony Robbins thing I ever saw was a Netflix special, and I thought it was absolutely absurd. I mean,
you don't like the cold pool, the little pool he jumps in?
He does the plunge thing and all that.
It's
like it's all this like weird voodoo stuff, like him and Tim Ferriss are in it. I'm like, guys, can't you just like wake up in the morning, put your pants on, get to work? I mean, can't you just do that like a regular? I don't get it. No, you can't do that.
Nope,
can't do that.
I'll tell you why.
Do you think Steve Jobs had a plunge pool and he was in state and all that? He just got up and went to work and crushed the world. Like, let's just do that instead.
Nope. I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
Because Steve Jobs had Steve Wozniak. Because there was someone to bounce that off of.
Oh, that's
because
true.
There wasn't, even at the garage, there was still someone else there to bounce off and to lift you and to raise you and all that good stuff and to work off you. And then as it grew, there were 5, 10, 15 thousands of people, right? So Steve Jobs could run the hallways, walk into any office and say, we're going to do this, and we're going to get that motivated. Our business is lonely.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you're really kind of the solopreneur.
And I think that's where all that stuff comes in, because it gets lonely.
So I want to do a show at some point, entrepreneur versus investor. Because I think there's a lot of people that think this is part of what Gary Vaynerchuk's been all over lately is where they put entrepreneurism on this pedestal. And I keep telling people, I don't want to be known as an entrepreneur at all. I want to be known as an investor. That's a very different place to be.
I don't think Gary Vaynerchuk's an entrepreneur.
He's not.
He's running a massive media company.
Yeah, he just runs it. I mean, he's not, quote, an entrepreneur.
He's not. I'm sure he has it still in his blood, but for sure, he's running a massive media company. He is a spokesperson for his company. And, at this level in the media world, he's like Steve Jobs. And I wouldn't call Steve Jobs at the end of his career an entrepreneur either. This guy's coming up with good ideas, but he's working in a massive environment full of people and bankers, and get to that convoluted point where you don't have no idea who really owns your company.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could make
That's
that point.
You're not an entrepreneur if you have no idea who owns your company.
Oh, that's
right?
true. Yeah, I guess you could make that. Apple starts to get really interesting when you look at what they actually do now. They have a hedge fund inside of Apple,
Right.
And basically, all that hedge fund does is deploy cash. This is what's so hilarious. They deploy cash to buy a lot of times grade A corporate debt, like the most risk averse stuff you could buy. It's so funny to me. And then I'm on the Lyft IPO right now, and I put another post up. This is what I do for fun. Sit down, I get a couple of beers, and then I watch what the IPOs are doing. I read 8K, 10Q, all that nonsense, right? And I'm sitting there, and I think it's lost 20% of its value inside of 3 weeks, and the investors are already suing.
It's about 30% down, yeah.
It's about 30% down. And the hilarious part is, people will tell me, "Oh, Jason, I don't invest in the stocks. I don't do those stocks and bonds." Okay, well, where's your retirement? Oh, I've got a pension. And I'm like, I guarantee you, your pension, whatever mutual fund your pension invests in, buys this hot dumpster fire nonsense. They all do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't buy it. No, you do buy it. Trust me. Somebody's subscribing to that IPO.
Right, and I think a lot of people don't realize that there is a massive amount of pension debt out there.
Yeah, I think that's when people talk about bubbles, and this corresponds well with Mindset Monday here when we're talking about money. A lot of folks are worried about what's the next asset bubble. Jason, there's a bubble coming. There's a bubble coming. And I always say, I don't think it's in the place you think it is. Where do you think it is? Oh, it's in real estate. It's not in real estate, man. I'm telling you right now, it's not in real estate. Well, where do you think it is? I think it's actually in higher education.
Student loans, yep.
And I think we are in the worst ever grade inflation. That's probably the best way to put it. Everybody needs to go to college. Therefore, if everybody goes, then it's not as valuable as it used to be.
Right.
Things that are rare are not necessarily valuable, but typically they are. So when you flood the marketplace with that, is there enough demand, or is there enough demand for that supply? It's very interesting to see this whole change. What's a graduate degree going to be worth 20 years from now?
So I had two thoughts over the weekend. One was that Gary Vee is not an entrepreneur, and he's on his second fund. I believe he raises money with a bunch of buddies, and they go out and they buy IPOs and invest in tech companies.
Oh yeah, they're doing like A and B,
Yep.
early round angel investment.
And then I thought, when you're done with real estate, you should go on and create an education series for the alternative college education track. Because when we say, hey, we kind of sometimes talk down about college, we're not saying to be stupid.
Right.
We're not saying that, hey, you got through high school, you're good to go.
Yeah.
That's not what we're saying. There should be another 30, 40, 50 years until you're dead that you are constantly learning. Mm-hmm. Right? And so in that scenario, just because you don't go to college means you don't stop learning.
I always loved the Khan Academy concept, but for adult learning. I always thought that was a pretty cool. If you guys are not familiar with Khan Academy, you can learn like anything.
Right.
Anything. From college level stuff all the way down to kind of elementary school stuff. But you got to be learning. Now, is college the best place to do that? One of the things that's always been fascinating me is, why is it with continuing or improving technology, it still takes 4 years to get an undergraduate degree?
I don't know.
It makes
be done 2.5.
Like, does it really take that long?
Right, because we've built this institution now that feeds itself based on loans, right? And so the more loans you get, the bigger these institutions grow. And I think that's the knock, right? It's like, wow, you're going to spend $30,000 a year for Franklin Pierce University.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's I just looked it up yesterday.
Yeah.
I forget why I did, but I was looking up Franklin Pierce University's $30,000 a year. I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I don't get it. It's interesting, kind of part and parcel of this. I was watching Russell Brand with Joe Rogan. I'm not a big Russell Brand fan. I think if there's anybody that's got, I don't know, it's almost like a celebrity for celebrity's sake, right? Because he married, what's her name? and then that all fell apart. And so now
I
he
don't
does
know
these,
who you married.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Oh,
Yeah, so
really?
he married
That's
Katy Perry,
nice.
and that whole thing exploded.
Mm.
And he's had some drug issues and all that.
Yes,
but he's an interesting writer. And so one of the things he said yesterday is he said, the idea that we can reform the system from within when the system is there to protect itself is kind of naive.
Right.
That's paraphrasing.
Sure.
So you have this idea like, oh, I'm going to get into the system. I'll get in the education system. I'll get in the healthcare system. I'll get into the system to change it from within. And the reality is, if you look at how these systems are built, they're first designed to protect the system.
Right.
Which is whenever someone comes to me and says, well, Jason, I'm not successful in real estate because I don't have a system. I'm like, I don't think you really understand what a system's designed to do.
Mm.
You're trying to implement something and develop something for your business that you really don't have any idea how it really works. So now you're taking this other system that some real estate guru sold you.
Yep.
And you're telling me that's going to meet your goals and your expectations in this industry. It doesn't make any sense. And so to go back to this issue where, we're going to take this system, we're going to go into the healthcare system, we're going to the education system and reform it from within. I'm like, you've already failed before you even started.
Well, that's my joke, right? Year 1, you're learning, you're failing, learning. Year 2, you put systems in place. In year 3, you throw everything you learned in the first 2 years away and start over.
Yes.
Because now you understand. Oh, now you understand the business.
Yep.
Like, none of this works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting rid of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Even though you spent thousands of dollars on it. So, hey, this is Mindset Monday. So we're going to talk a little bit about getting your mind straight in the next segment here. We're going to talk about things you're supposed to be doing today and this week. This is more than just a little rah-rah stuff. We're going to actually get in the next segment. 3 things you absolutely must be doing this week to get your real estate business moving forward, to get your real estate career going, to get your investing career going forward. So we'll talk about that on the back end here. But for sure, education is a part of it. And unfortunately, in our business, it's pitfalls of education. We're here to try and explain this stuff to you at a very, very simple level, and then you can jump into this stuff and move forward on it. There are lots of people out there looking for your money and don't have really good education or your best interest in mind, and so you want to be cautious about that. But we're here on Mindset Monday. We're going to show you 3 things you absolutely must do this week when we come back, so stick with us. 3 things you're going to absolutely have to do to be successful this week. It's something that we do all the time. It's stuff that we fall down on. We were just complaining about it. We got to get better at it. We got to get better at it. So when we come back from this break, we'll go over to the 3 things you must absolutely do this week, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you are on YouTube or if you're on Facebook, if you could like, love, and share, that would be awesome. And if you're on Facebook, and if you could just go over to YouTube, Mr. Texas Real Estate Radio Network. We're looking for subscribers, so if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button below to help us with our following there. And again, if you're watching this morning, please go ahead and share this. We're about to give 3 incredible tips on what you have to do this week. So please, if you just share that, that'd be great.
All right, what do we have? What's going on today?
So it's going to be network.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce yourself to another lender this week.
Mm-hmm.
And what's another good one? Network. There's another lender for money stuff.
One minute.
And then go ahead and pull your credit report.
Okay. The only way this deal is going to work is if we just call him and say, look, we'll call you when we're ready.
Yep. If it's still available, great.
The money is sitting at the title company.
Right. I think Jillian's in Italy, or she would call. We can get her to call in.
Call now and ask about our
Calling about what?
Syndication. Can I get her this week? She's in Italy.
delivery. Yes, we even ship right to your door for free. And no tax.
That sucks.
10 seconds.
My wife said, Jason lost $50,000. I said, no, he lost 25 and we lost 25. Don't for a second think that that's not coming off the bottom line.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Jason Bible, Robert Orfino, Texas Real Estate Radio Network. We have got a doozy of a story we're not going to share with you today.
Tomorrow.
It'll probably be tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting our butts whipped
Absolutely.
on a deal.
Yep.
By two bankers that lied. That's exactly what happened.
A little humbling. Yep. Very tragic.
Very tempted to go fly out and go see one of them personally.
It's okay. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
No, you know what happens is I do things just a little bit differently than I had in the past. And I'm like, of course this bites me in the rear. This is why I did it this way in the first place. But no, we wanted to get fancy and get a big bank involved. And then they, I will not give a story. Tomorrow I will tell the story.
Tomorrow.
Getting fancy. Don't get fancy.
All right. This is Mindset Monday. And so we're going to talk about 3 things that everyone listening should do. And if you're watching this on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, it doesn't matter. Start immediately. And the number one, and which I believe you have to do every day, is you have to constantly be in front of your network. So at 9 o'clock this morning, what I want everyone to do who's listening is open up their cell phone and start texting any of their private lenders, because it's money week, any folks within their immediate circle, family and friends, and let them know that you're in the real estate investing business. You think you might have some deals coming up. You wonder if they're still interested in investing. Would you like to have coffee this week?
Oh, I love it.
That's it.
So just text message your network of folks that may be interested in.
And I would do 20. If you have 100 people in your network, just do 20.
Yeah.
And do 20 a day for the next 5 days. Text them. Hey man, how's it going? Appreciate you. We talked about doing a deal together. I might have something coming up. You want to grab coffee this week?
I like it. Yeah, very non-salesy.
Not desperate-y.
Not desperate. It's like, hey man, just hadn't talked to you in a while.
All right.
Wanted to get together for coffee or happy hour. Working on a couple of deals. Let me know what your schedule looks like for your game.
And you need to get in the habit of doing that every day. Reaching out to folks every single day. You don't need to have a radio show. You have a phone. It's just as good.
The phone's better than the radio show.
Probably. Absolutely. Yes, because we get goofy.
Yeah.
So you can text and stay on message. And this is critical about your network, right? And so if you've ever had this happen to you, you know that you need to improve your ability to stay in front of your network. And here's what happens. Your neighbor comes up to you, Jason, and says, oh, Jason, you do that real estate thing, right?
I do.
Oh, I totally forgot because my sister-in-law just sold her house to some guy, and he didn't put it on the market. He said he does, what's it called, wholesaling? He's one of those guys?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot that was you. You did that too.
Yeah, this actually happened to me in our old neighborhood, like catty corner across the street from our house. Neighbor in the middle of the night just, hey man, why are there moving trucks there Monday night? Like, that's weird. Why didn't they move over the weekend? Auctions Tuesday, right? So sure enough, next day, house is gone. There's nobody there. They just literally disappeared in the middle of the night, and I can see an investor bought it a couple weeks later. And so I'm sitting there and looking at this thing, and I'm like, it was across the street from my house. Like, I didn't even know. If I just told everybody, hey, I'm a real estate investor, you guys run into any challenges or anything, just let me know. Oh, it was awful. You got to let everybody know.
What's even worse is, my sister just came into some money and she just invested it and she put it with, she put it out there at Wells Fargo. She's getting 1.5%. I totally forgot you do investing.
Yeah, you do investing. Yeah, they went and bought the Lyft IPO, and it's working out really well for them. They're really thinking about jumping into Uber because Uber's supposed to come out this year. It's just crazy.
How ticked off are those Uber guys watching that Lyft thing tank?
Well, yeah, that's
and all those guys who are putting together the IPO must be scrambling and freaking out.
I think that I can't remember who the team that runs Lyft, but I think when I heard that IPO was coming out and it was before Uber, I'm like, these guys are brilliant because they're totally it'll be the first one out of the gate, right? And then they're gonna make a lot of money. There's no doubt they all make a lot of money, right? They're done.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said for being first to market, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so you're right. You're absolutely right that it's now been spoiled for Uber. So what is it really worth?
Anyway, back to
money.
You know what the problem is over at Uber?
What's that?
They don't have the right mindset right now.
Oh, they don't.
They need to have a good mindset Monday.
Maybe they need to bring Travis back. He was great. I got, you know what? T-Mobile now is targeting me on Facebook, and I'm getting all their updates from their CEO, and I love that guy. He's just an absolute wild man. If you guys have ever, just Google the CEO of T-Mobile right now. He is an absolute blast.
So staying in front of your network, that's tip number 1. I want you to do this. Please do this. And if Jason or I are part of that network that you thought, hey, I want to reach out to those guys. Hey, I think I want to talk to them about lending. Hey, I want to talk to them about their mastermind or some of the stuff they're coming on. So you go ahead and text us at 9 o'clock, or you can text us right now. We're up 281-401-9008. That's 281-401-9008. If we're one of those things you've been meaning to do, for whatever reason, you want to lend, you want to work with us, joint venture, bring us a property, any of those things, then do that today. Make sure that happens. So that's number 1, staying in front of your network. Always, always, always be in front of your network. And we do that on Facebook. We do that on text. We do that with emails. For sure, nobody's forgetting about us because we send them about 30 emails a week.
It's kind of funny. We had somebody tell us one time, like, why is Jason always on Facebook and YouTube and doing radio show and all this other stuff? And I'm like, because every day we're just touching that network every single day.
We got 3 wholesale deals last week that we didn't market for them.
I didn't market for any of that.
Yeah.
Guys just
threw it out there, and the universe brought it back.
Well, one of them was he and I have been meaning to get together for a while. We got together, and 2-3 weeks later, they sent us this great deal, and it's like, yeah, that's why we're doing this.
And 3 people in our group in our mastermind in big game hunting are very, very happy with the deals they're about to get today, right? So very excited. So that's how it works. Just make sure you're staying in front of folks. Number 2 is we want you to introduce yourself to a new lender, banker, private lender.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, for sure, this week, scope out a new lender and start building that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If you're with Jet, great. They're awesome. We love them. But they're not the only folks in town. You always have to have a backup, right? Jet does most of our hard money, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't have relationships with other folks, right?
Although it is pretty funny because we end up doing stuff with the Jet anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, Johnny's the best, right? So, okay, so listen, if you don't have a relationship with Jet, start one this week.
That's probably the best.
Start one this week.
A lot of people, they go to the Redneck Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
They go to whatever. They know all the guys, but they've never sat down and had that conversation with the guys or gals over at Jet. I'm like, you should probably do that.
Absolutely start that relationship. And there's more. There's more than just hard money. There's real money out there. There's conventional loans. Go find those folks. I don't care who it is. Start a new relationship this week with someone that's in the lending world.
Absolutely.
Right?
I'll tell you, we're going to have one heck of a Jet story when this deal closes. We're going to have a wild case study of a deal we're doing with Jet right now because everyone else was like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
How are you going to refi?
What are you going to do here, guys?
Let's see it.
And you start to learn real quick who are the professional investors and who aren't.
Right.
So we're going to have a great Jet story. We'll tell probably another week or 2.
This is Mindset Monday. This is Money Week. We're going to be talking about financing all week long. Let's get your head straight. When we come back, we'll give you that last tip.
It's a long break. 4 minutes.
Okay.
So what did Russell Brand write?
He does blog posts. I think he did a book, and he's also a comedian.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of him.
I'm not a big fan of him.
I almost turn it off. I almost don't want it.
Yeah. No, he doesn't turn me on now. How he lost that gorgeous thing, Katy Perry. I don't know.
Oh well, yeah, he's an addict.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, he's pretty clean now, and he comes out and tells you, "Hey, I was an addict for sex. I was an addict for drugs and alcohol, just compulsion." Hey guys, we're in a long break here, but I'd appreciate if you guys did some likes and loves. If you're watching this on Facebook, if you could share this would be great. Just go ahead. There's a little button underneath. Just hit share. It'll share to your thread, to your feed, and we'd appreciate that greatly. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe below. Just go ahead and look below. There's a little red button there that says subscribe. We'd appreciate that as well. We come back here from the break, so I'm talking to my internet folks out there. One, we talked about staying in front of your network. For sure. Stay in front of your network. This is the biggest mistake that real estate investors make because we talk about it always. It's a lonely business. Very, very lonely, right? So we just get in our shell and we get smaller and smaller. You've got to stay. Put it on your calendar every day. Do 5, 6, 10 texts to people that you meet at these events, right? Take their business card, put them in your phone, put them under investor, put them under REI, and then text them out. Hit them. Number 2, we talked about starting a relationship with a new lender. If you don't have Jet as already one of your lenders, then make that your relationship goal this week. If you already do, then try and find some other conventional folks that do some financing. That'd be great. When we come back, we're going to do the last one for Monday, Mindset Monday and the Money Week. So stay tuned. But again, if you could like, love, share, we'd really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And if you're listening along, just tell us where you're listening from this morning. Thanks.
Guy I hadn't met before comes walking around the corner. He's got khakis on, the button-up shirt, the loafers, the full corporate look. And here I have my hat backwards. I got this, and he's like, "Good morning." I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Hey.
Like, who the hell is this guy?
Right.
Yeah. What is he doing here at 7:30?
Yeah.
Taking out where's the trash? Taking the trash out?
Yeah, I'm taking the trash
Taking
out.
the trash out, man.
Look for the trash, man.
1 minute.
I'm here to change some fluorescent light bulbs.
It's a corporate lunch today.
Oh,
Everybody's
nice.
What time do we need to stop by? What are we having for lunch?
Noon. I
Oh,
don't
nice.
know what.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be tuna salad on a croissant.
Ooh, always that. There'll be some cold ham.
Cold ham. That's
there's
really
one-
cold. It's a really cold ham.
Really cold
It's
ham.
uncomfortably cold ham. It's served at the
Here's my
luncheons.
least favorite thing to eat: ciabatta bread. Because the problem is that ciabatta bread that's cold with the
30
ham
seconds.
and that fake cheese, and it's
It
like
needs to
hard
be
as a
warm
hockey
with
puck.
olive oil, right?
Yeah, it's like ciabatta bread's not supposed to be hard as a. Buc-ee's
No.
has these sandwiches that ciabatta. I'm like, I can't do that.
No.
It doesn't keep well.
No,
It's like you got to eat it when it comes right out, right?
I agree.
But everything's ciabatta bread.
But
I
at
think
the
it's
end
gonna
of it,
make
I'm
you
sure
sad.
there'll be a decent cookie available.
There will
be a tray of chocolate chip oatmeal and maybe white macadamia. So
always got to do.
look for the cookies, Rick. I've been to so many of those.
Welcome back, Jason Bible, Robert Orfino, Texas Real Estate Radio Network. I got to tell you, my parents really loved the 2 bits that we did last Friday on how to be an out-of-state senator.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And what was the second one? Brain surgery. Brain surgery with no training. Come to my free weekend event. If you guys have not heard that, I highly recommend you go to our Facebook page, Texas Real Estate Radio Network, and look for Friday's show.
We'll have A-Rock cut that one on.
Oh yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
That's how, but that's what I realized. I think I texted you later. I was like, that's what I realized. It's like, we could bash these guys on the radio, but let's not do that. Let's take what they do and put it in context of the real world.
Right.
You don't need any training to be a real estate investor. You do not need any training to be a competent brain surgeon. And everyone's
You
like,
don't
that's
need to go to
absurd.
college to be a senator. And listen, if you don't have donors, you can have my list.
You can have my list of donors.
I have the hottest list of all private donors.
Yeah.
Right? In the state.
And I know the 3 things you can say to a local billionaire that will help you fund your campaign.
Oh, we have the billionaire script.
Oh, you have the bill?
We do.
Oh,
We have the billionaire script.
thank God. I've been looking for that.
Now, I usually sell it for like $5.97, but I'll throw it in the package for free.
Really?
The billionaire script, yes.
I just want to be a senator in Montana but live in Texas. It's so absurd, guys. It is so absurd.
I'm going to get all my VAs run my campaign.
You know, one of the oh my God. I'm going to have all these Filipino VAs do all of my email campaigns.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I can tell. You know what's so funny is I can tell who does that and who doesn't just based off. Now, my emails, I will admit, are very poorly written because I'm usually doing it in the middle of 17 other things, and I'm just not spending the time I need to.
My head pops in, it's like, hey, can you send an email out?
Yeah, that's what, yeah, Rob goes, can you send an email out? I'm like, right now I got like 10 spreadsheets open. There's somebody sitting across from me from the desk about some deal they're pitching me. He's like, I need you to send an email out. And I'll go send it out. And then I will get people that will email me back, and they're like, Jason, you have 3 degrees. What is this nonsense? And I'm like, I'm doing too much right now. We need to hire a copyright person. I don't. Look, we bought like 6 more houses last week. I don't know what to do. So apartments. It's like, come on. You can't be good at everything. Unfortunately, the things that I'm not good at could turn into public, relations nightmares pretty quickly.
All right, so we're here on Mindset Monday, and this week we're going to be talking about money. We're going to talk about making it, finding it, borrowing it, lending it, all that good stuff. And our first of 3 tips. So when we do our mindset, it's not about the rah stuff. Like, we're assuming that you're listening and you already want to do that. There is desire. I don't need to give you coaching to get out of bed. But, okay, now you're out of bed. Now what?
Now what do we do?
So the first thing is every day, put on your calendar, put a little reminder on your calendar to stay in front of your network. Whether you're texting people, going out for coffee, we do the greeting card thing, the postcard thing. Hey, hello, we're still here. We like you. Get out in front of your network, making sure that your network is aware that you're still in the business moving forward. Because there is a lot of churn in this business, a lot of turnover.
Oh, it's a good point. And that was one of those things I was thinking about this weekend. I'm like, it's 18 months. That's really the number.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, how many new faces? I started putting together a list. So I started in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
That was full-time. I really started in 2011, part-time.
Okay.
And I think back to how many people I've known for more than 5 years in this business. It's a handful. It's not very many. It's a very, 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 very small percentage of people. Really small. In fact, a lot of those people were kind of personalities, if you will, in the past. But if they were to post on Facebook today, like on my feed, you'd not even know who they were.
All right.
Like there's one in particular we're chatting, at least once a week, and I always joke with him like, so you want me to put that on Facebook? He's like, you put any of that on Facebook, I'll absolutely kill you. But 5 years ago, he was putting on classes and all this other stuff, and now he doesn't. Yeah. So it's so funny to me. It's 18 months. Like, just wait 18 months, there'll be a whole new churn of these guys. Right?
Oh, I saw a guy yesterday came up my feed. The first 50 people to respond to something or other, I'll show you how to make $35,000 in 1 week.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, I didn't have the heart. I just didn't want to go in and just start a war. So block.
Oh, yeah.
So just get out of here, you moron.
Yeah, because he'll be.
I'll show you how to make $35,000 in a week. Now, he didn't say this week.
Just a week.
Just a week. Could be 7, 8, 10 years. Like, I've had weeks where I made. I'm sure you've had weeks where you've made $1 million. 4 or 5 closings.
Oh, yeah.
Great,
absolutely.
Right? So I guess you could show them that.
Yeah, we made, 1.7 mil this week. It's like, yeah, but it took 2 years. Right? It's like.
But I was like, I could use 35 this week. Maybe I should sign up for it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, Mindset Monday. So stay in front of your network, which is very important. Number 2, introduce yourself to a new lender. And then number 3 is you better be a little self-aware. So let's figure out where you're at with your FICO score. That's really important. We have someone coming in May. He's going to be fantastic. This guy's name is Merle. He's going to be on radio with us for a couple days. He's going to do some events at night, and he's going to come back and do a big 2-day event. He's probably one of the best guys that we know around the money world that can actually help you understand why you're not getting loans, why you're not getting financing, the elusive line of credit, the real line of credit, not the 10 credit card type deal. So today, you could just go on any number of those sites, Credit Karma, all those stuff, and get your free credit report.
Mm-hmm.
You need to figure out where you're at. Right? Even some of your credit cards, like I think my USAA card shows me what my credit score is.
There's that service you can sign up for USAA, and it's all the credit monitoring,
Yep.
and they give you the updates and all that stuff, which is pretty sweet. And then we've used a service in the past that I can see all of my FICO score. This is not one thing a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah, FICO scoring.
There are 9 different FICO scores. So what gets pulled at Fort Bend Toyota
is different
versus at Ford Motor Credit at Tommy Vaughn
or Chrysler, right?
Or Chrysler can be totally different models. Yeah. Which is very different than what your mortgage banker is going to pull. So we're going to have the folks Maryland company here next month, but you should pull that. We ought to see where we're at.
Figure where you're at. Where's that starting point? It's really, really important. All right, when we come back, we're going to keep on going here at Mindset Monday and talk about some money issues. I'm realizing we can do this. We can do the live reads for the podcast right now during the breaks.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you're watching again, please give us some likes and loves. Give me some love. Tell us where you're at. If this is helping you, we're going to talk about money this week. So let us know what topics you want us to bring up, do a little research for, and answer some questions. And then, of course, if you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button below. We'd really appreciate that. Thanks, guys. YouTube, please hit the subscribe button below.
1 minute.
Mm-hmm. Deidre says I'm tuning in for the first time. Thanks, Deidre. White Picket Realty, is that here?
Yeah, White Picket's here.
They have an event, don't they?
They do at St. Arnold's. The problem is what?
Ooh, St. Arnold's.
I know. I've been there. It's a great event.
Nice.
It's big, but it's now the same night as the thing that Curtis and I do. But we do ours during the day, so we could show up later.
You can have me there.
They could,
yeah.
It's a good event. A lot of realtors.
I'm limiting my Curtis intake at this point.
Small doses. Welcome back. Jason Bible, Robert Orfino, Texas Real Estate Radio Network. It's hormesis. That's what it is. You got to take things in small dose over a long period of time.
What was the word?
Hormesis.
I've never heard that word before.
So it's taking things in small doses, and you eventually build up somewhat of an immunity over time.
Got it. I wonder what it really translates. Sounds like it's Latin. I wonder what it really translates, right?
I don't know. That might be worth a Googling.
There you go. Or someone could just let us know.
That's my daily dose of medical knowledge there from the healthcare world.
Very good.
We'll do more. We'll make sure everyone's
kind of like Tony Robbins eating all the tuna fish, right? The hormesis of heavy metals in his body.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, he got that.
Did he really?
He got sick. Yeah, he was eating so much sushi. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful, man.
I know.
It's bioaccumulation. That's the term for that.
Stay off the bottom feeders.
Yeah, you gotta. Everybody's gonna end up vegan at some point. I swear that's where this whole thing's going.
Yeah,
it's just like
probably that and bugs. There's plenty of bugs to eat.
There is,
plenty, especially here in Houston. All right, so we were talking about they're all over the place now.
You enjoy? Are you getting?
Oh my! They're just bouncing off the windows. I'm sitting at home yesterday and I'm just watching them bounce in my window. I'm like, son of a gun's trying to get in my house. What's he doing?
Were those the June bugs? Or the little ones, the little copper colored guys?
Yeah, and they're just bouncing all over the place. And then I start seeing love bugs outside my office window on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, this is coming now, too. Jeez.
It's going to be bad. You know, I've been driving the state a lot, and you have too. And I look at my truck, and I'm like, holy smokes, this... You can't even tell this thing looks like it's 15 years old.
I'm going to do you a big favor.
What's that?
There is a guy who comes and washes cars at the parking lot once a week.
Oh, that would be perfect.
I forgot to grab his car, but I'm like, oh, next time I see him, I'm going to make sure he hooks up Jason.
Yes, that would be perfect. Because I'm so lazy with that kind of stuff. It's like, can somebody just...
I live there.
Just schedule this.
I'm at the car wash at least twice a week because I have the monthly subscription.
So I looked at doing it because we got one at the front of our neighborhood.
I'm not sure your truck will fit in.
It's got to fit at your neck of the woods in Cypress. There's a lot of guys with big trucks up there, right?
Yeah.
So
they bring their step stools like when they're cleaning their car. It's amazing.
So what's so funny is the one in Sugar Land, it is always busy. It's always crazy. So when I go there, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna roll the truck through, and then they kind of rub it down, and they get it all dry, and then it's like, man, it's 45 minutes later.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting there answering emails. I got the laptop open. I've kind of set up an office.
I do my own drying and my own. I'm running like a pit crew. I'm pretty fast.
So there's a really good shoe shine guy there. So if I got my boots on or my dress shoes, I kind of like that. I got to get the shoe shine thing. But then he's not there all the time. So then this turns into like a scheduling nightmare because I'm like, when's the shoe shine guy there? And when can I go when it's not raining?
Oh, very nice. Whoa, yes.
Yeah. So my life runs on a Gantt chart at this point, right? It's like the most complex construction schedule just to get the truck washed.
So one of the things is Laguna Beach Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
If you bought a Mercedes there, you get free car washes for life.
Okay.
So there is a huge line every Saturday morning.
Oh, nice.
But they also give free Starbucks,
and
there's a putting green there.
Oh.
So it becomes this whole social event.
Oh, I bet the guys are... So it's a bunch of older guys, I bet, and they're washing their wives' Mercedes. I bet that's what it is.
They're putting and drinking. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So they're playing. My favorite thing on the putting green is Dollar Whip Out. It's so much fun. That would be. That's exactly what's going on over there too.
I'm sure they're all gambling a little. I'm sure it's a very powerful. Putt course.
I would buy a Mercedes just to do that.
I'm telling you right now, that is a massive thing at Laguna Beach, and they're not like on the beach. They're a little bit back towards Fashion Island, but they're on MacArthur. It's beautiful.
So everybody gets there about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then you know what happens at around 10:30, 11 o'clock? Everybody starts getting the text messages. All right, let's take the wives. Where are we going next, guys?
Yep.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
You could tell. You know what I love on the weekends is like unscripted, unscheduled. Like, hey, we just started. I'm gonna go get the car washed.
Yeah.
You go get the car washed, and you're hanging out with the guys. And you hadn't seen Bob in like a month. Man,
no.
Bob, where you been? Oh, me and Marianne, we did this, and we just got
back to Costa Rica.
Yeah, we're just goofing around. It was fun. We almost got carried away by mosquitoes, and we're like, oh, there's Joe. Man, Joe, I hadn't seen you in 2 months. And it's like, hey, what are y'all doing today? Man, we got nothing else going on.
Right.
And it's like all day, all night, turns into a whole weekend.
That's exactly what it does.
Completely unscripted. Yeah. So much fun.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. So anyway, hey guys, it's Mindset Monday, and we talked about, again, we're not here to convince you to do real estate. You're listening, you're watching, you're already in it. You want to be in it. You have that desire. So we don't need to motivate you to get out of bed, but we want to really work on your mindset to start of tweaking the things that you're actually doing, the actions you take. So we covered 3 things today. 1, for sure, break out your phone today and text at least 5 people. 20 would be better, but text at least 5 people that you know in the real estate world or you know in the investing world and say, hey, I'm still doing this. I've got a couple deals coming down the line. Would you like to grab some coffee this week? All you're really trying to do is get a coffee date. That's it. That's critical. 2, we said go out and introduce yourself to another lender. And I don't care who it is. If you don't have a relationship with Jet, call Jet. Get that relationship going. If you already have a relationship with Jet, call someone else. Get a second relationship going. And 3rd, time to be a little self-aware. Go ahead and run your FICO score, which I'm kind of scared because I'm broken. I've maxed out my credit cards with all the flips and everything I've got going on. So today would be a little scary for me, but you got to go ahead and do it and understand exactly where you are at this point in your career so that you can improve. And those are the 3 things that we covered today on Mindset Monday, and I think they're helpful. Yeah, if you're finding them helpful, let us know. Just comment on Facebook. If you're listening on the radio, make sure you track us down. If you want to text us, if there's something you want to do with us, you want to talk about lending and talk about some of the funds we have going and talk about maybe joint venturing on a deal, or you've got a deal you want to wholesale to us, you can always text us. It's 281-401-9008. Go ahead and text us at 281-401-9008.
You know, you put this in my mind now. I'm going to look at, I think they got a Mercedes dealer in River Oaks, real close to River Oaks, and they got another one. I'm going to start
free car wash.
Free car wash.
Yep.
If they got a putting green, oh, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm still stuck there.
It's in my head. You come over a little bit of Horizon Highway, and the back bay is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Laguna Beach back bay is absolutely beautiful, right? You come over, you can't make the left, you got to go down, make a U-turn, come back up, and there it is. 3 big white buildings. It's always one of the number one, like the top 5 Mercedes-Benz dealerships in the country.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
In the country, yeah, and they are. And I was actually blessed to sit on one of their sales meetings at one time.
Ooh, I bet that was interesting.
Oh, was that real?
Yeah.
That got real fast. Like, this for sure. Now I understand, right?
This is how it works.
And this is how it goes, right? And so that's Mindset Monday. We're going to come back from the break here, and we're going to be talking about just kind of wrapping up some things. But for sure, guys, take action, right? So your mindset is clear now. We've given you 3 things that cost absolutely nothing to do. Nothing. There's no cost involved. That you can start doing today to move your real estate investing career forward, to build your network, to become a more powerful individual, and to move forward. We know it's a lonely business, so start connecting.
Yeah, doing this with friends is a whole lot more fun.
Yeah, you started off with a partner. I mean, that's I'm telling you, it's really lonely. It's very lonely, especially when you have a wife shooting daggers at you over your back.
We get back to the break. We'll talk more about Mindset Monday, money. Jason Bible, Robert Orfino, Texas Real Estate Radio Network.
All right, guys. Again, thank you very much for hanging out with us this morning. We got this is the last one, right, Rick?
Yep, 2-minute break and then 3:50.
So we got about 5 more minutes here. If you could like and love and share this, that would be awesome. Just share it to your feed. That would be great. You can share it with someone who needs a little help. And if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button below. And we're going to continue on tomorrow. We're going to tell our most devastating story to date.
Sucks.
So make sure you're watching us tomorrow. Yeah, it definitely sucks. So thank you so much for giving us some likes and loves. I really appreciate that, guys. We appreciate you guys watching. We've had a great first month. The numbers are phenomenal.
Fantastic.
So we're really appreciating that. And then, again, if you need us or you want to work with us or you want to lend or you want to talk about our funds or any of that stuff, it's 281-401-9008. Text. I'm never picking up that phone. It's only text only. I'm just never picking up.
Talk. Can I talk?
No, there's a lot of guys who are texting me like, "Can we talk?" And I'm like,
this is not.
"Can we talk about a deal?" I'm like, "Text me the address."
Yeah, send me the address. You know the problem is like when you put it out there like that.
1 minute.
You get well, can we go over this deal? And you're like, what do you mean? Do you have it under contract? No, I'm looking at it on HAR.
Yeah. It's heartbreaking because I understand what they need.
I know exactly, yeah.
I understand what they need, but it's like, dude, if you don't have it under contract, I don't have the time.
Yeah, I can't.
For $100, you can throw it up on our Facebook group, right?
Yeah. For $100 a month, you can do
$100
as many
a
of
month,
those you want.
Throw them up in the Facebook group. People give you all the opinions. We got some really smart people on there.
Rob Rye will be there.
Yeah, it's all great.
There.
Yep.
What do we have this week?
This is the off week.
This is the off week. Okay.
Yep. Tonight we have the webinar.
We'll have the webinar tonight.
Yeah, we have
money coaching this weekend.
Money coaching on Saturday.
10 seconds.
Let's do that when we come back here.
Yeah.
What's up, Dean?
Tree Fitty. Oh.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Robert Orfino, Texas Real Estate Radio Network. Talking about mindset today, Mindset Monday, as it relates to money. And this isn't the frou-frou guru, like,
I'm still doing my mantra today, but
you can do your mantra. It's fine.
haven't done it.
I'm not going to hate on your mantra.
No, it's okay.
I just feel like I'm left out of that whole group. Like there's a group of people who get together and they talk about this kind of stuff, and I'm just not. Yeah, they get into state.
In state right now. In
they
state.
Do the state. They do the mantra thing. Yeah. Oh. I'm just like, I'm not. What? How did I miss you? I thought you had to be. The only way to be successful, like you had to do that stuff. And then I felt like.
Nah.
Then I started getting real busy, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe
no, I followed the other 1,000 broken, desperate people into the auditorium.
Oh, God.
and I did this.
You did that?
Yeah, I did that. Hey, so we do have some stuff going on this week, Jason. We're going to be talking about money for most of the week, and today was Mindset Monday. Hopefully you guys got those action items. You're going to take some action today. Tonight for our members, for big game hunting, and for our ARM members, we're going to talk about dealing with wholesalers since we have a lot of wholesale deals coming up. People are like, hey, can I get 20 days, 30 days to close? We're going to go over that. So if you're part of our membership, part of our mastermind, we have a series of webinars we do every Monday night, and tonight is going to be working with wholesalers. And then this Saturday, we have money coaching coming up, where we're going to bottle everything we've talked about this week, give you some more action items, some good takeaways. It's one of our most fun events to put on.
I like it. That's a fun event. And money should not be a problem unless you try and get fancy. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Money is really easy. Money is the easiest part of this business. I shouldn't say easiest. It's the most fun for me. Like I was always one of these people. It's like one of the reasons that I brought in partners and other investors and all that is because I knew that the alternative for the places in which they could put their money would not work. Lyft will not work as an IPO. Your pension's not going to work. I've already done the math on all that stuff. It's not going to work long term. So what does work is real estate. It works really well.
Yep.
And you could be the active participant like Rob and I who are going out and finding deals and rehabbing and putting tenants in, all that stuff. Or you could be more passive as an investor in a syndication or in our fund or as a lender.
I met with an investor over the weekend, a husband and wife. They came to the office hours. 20 years ago, he set out to have a goal. When he was 30 years old, he's 50 this year. He's exactly where he wanted to be. He's looking at me, what's next? And I was like, first, before we talk about what's next, I want to let you know, if no one's told you, you won.
Oh, nice.
You won the game. Right?
Yeah.
Hashtag winning right there.
Yeah.
You won. You were retired at the age of 50. You have a number of duplexes. You're throwing off $15,000 a month. Your wife is going back and getting more education, and she loves her career, and she has purpose there. You're looking to do something else. Let me just tell you, you have won.
Yeah, game's over.
Right? So now we're talking about whatever else, but let's never mess with the money tree you grew over the last 20 years.
Ooh, I agree with that. I see that so often where people are like, let's kill the money tree to do something else. It's like, ooh.
All right, well, join us tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. Tomorrow we'll share with you a deal we took a hickey on.
Yeah, we sure did.
Jason Bible, Robert Orfino, Texas Real Estate Radio Network.
All right, that was good. A lot of people responding.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.